Everybody,
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Going all right. I haven't watched a four-way in a while. We'll see what I can pay attention to.
Yeah, these are tough to track everyone. Luckily, we only have to watch 3 runners because Yoho has some mean words for us that the chat can't see, so we don't have to watch his race. Yeah, this should be a pretty good race. Secretly a Sliver also goes by Sean sometimes versus cheamo on. I actually don't know how it's laid out
They're on the left.
on ZSR.
They
They're on
have
the
the
left
same
for
layout
me.
we do, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they're on the left. Their PBs are about a minute apart. I know Sean has been improving rapidly lately, so I would expect that their actual skill levels are a little closer than their PBs suggest. And Yoho and Relkin's PBs are like 2 seconds apart or something. They're super, super close.
You know, once you get into that 124 range, like, I don't know. I feel like you can't tell really the difference in skill between like 10, 20-second PBs there, because it's just like, you just need the Agaluk and you need to have the good run at the same time, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I would expect these to both be pretty close races. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So I know you love pumping as much as I do. I think you might be the only person who loves pumping as much as I do.
I'm pretty sure I pump more than you do. I count my pumps too.
You probably are better at pumping than me, but I don't know. I go for a lot of pumps against random dumb objects all game.
Same. It's like, what else am I doing? I'm just walking, right? Whatever. Just
Yeah.
2-3 pumps. Your hands will thank you.
Yeah.
I don't double pump though.
Yeah, I do. I think it's a little bit faster, but I've tested it and it's not always faster for me.
It's double pumping is definitely faster when it works, but at least on my controller, it's way too stiff, so I don't actually get good double pumps.
Yeah.
But I think everybody, well, I don't know what systems they all play on. If you play on original console or on emulator, you're probably on a controller that can double pump pretty well, so it's worth going for.
It doesn't look like any of these guys are on emulator. I don't see any emulator overlay stuff. It's not 100% proof, but...
And by original console, I also mean...
NT.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Yoho is probably on original console, but sometimes plays on NT. I don't know about Relkin. I think he's console, but I'm not sure.
He was on NT.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a ton of emulator players. Well, not a ton of software emulator players at the high level, although there definitely are a few.
It's tough. Emulator has extra input delay, which makes a lot of rooms much more challenging.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sliver, I guess didn't remember to charge his sword there or something. Walked into that guard.
Oh, cheamo threw the boom the wrong way. The reality is, these are all just kind of small mistakes. Nothing that'll really worry anybody.
Yeah, I mean, even the time swings in the escape are just small, even if they're big by escape standards. It should only be a couple seconds. Assuming nobody dies to ball and chain or whatever. Yeah, everybody has 8/ these days. It's terrible. I do it too, and it's terrible.
Pretty good. Cereally Sliver had a couple of issues, but only getting hit once, it's fine.
Yeah. If you've already taken some damage going into this fight, it can be a little bit scary, but it's as long as you survive this fight, you're pretty much safe for the rest of the split.
Yeah. There's If I was on one heart, I would be a little bit nervous for the green guard hallway, but also not really.
Yeah. In any case, everybody's fine this time.
Yo with a bad jump. It's just funny. Like, you see something like that and you're like, wow, it looks so wrong, but it can't be more than a handful of frames worse. Like,
did he jump off the top instead of the
he
side
jumped
or
off
something?
the top, yeah.
I know some people do that. I'm not sure it even is worse. Maybe it costs you a couple pumps or something, but I don't pump after falling there anyway. It makes me miss the stairs.
It's too easy to get peer pressured into doing all the same strats as everybody else.
Yeah.
When it's important to recognize that your strats are going to be maybe 20 frames different. So, like, just do whatever's comfy.
Yeah. The way I think of it is you should probably do the optimal strat in every room unless you have literally any reason not to, and then you should do whatever you want.
Cheamo, not paying attention. Just walking into the wall for a little bit there. Classic. I'm through the door. I'm just check my timer. I'm gonna look over at the race, see what's up.
I've definitely done that a million times. We had some snake kisses. Secretly, a sliver is gonna get beep frames now. Have slightly faster text on the priest. Oh, relkin also walking into a rat there. It's kind of a weird place for that rat to be.
You can, like, kind of tell where the rats are even when they're off screen. How did we not get that key? All right.
He hit the torch. He was lined up with the bottom wall, I think.
Oh, it was just too low? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, and we're seeing Escape really showing what it's about. Getting beat up by rats. This is...
The rats are really annoying. Looks like Relkin and Yoho are basically totally synced now.
Oh, these rats.
Cheamo and Sliver are like maybe a second or two apart, about 2 seconds apart probably.
I am expecting 4 sync arts here.
Yeah, same.
It's hard to justify not getting sync art in a race.
Yeah. There's only a couple people who do it. I know Ben and Fricker usually skip it, but that's, I think, the only people in the community I know about. It's just like, well, normally I would say so few races are won by less than 3 seconds, but we've had so many races won by less than 3 seconds already this season. Maybe we should be skipping sync art.
Since I've started playing, just the average skill in the community has gotten so much higher that, like, in a couple years, maybe we will all be skipping sync arts and races for that edge.
I don't know, man. It does not seem worth it to me. Yoho getting a really good overworld here. He got great Octorok RNG, and he got a free boom.
Yeah, Relkin's gotten beat up a little bit.
Sliver got kind of bad placement on that
RNG.
Octorok there, yeah.
Never. We can't all be 122 runners.
So Eastern is probably the second best split. You get to pump almost as much as in Escape.
Eastern? Okay. Boots make this game so hard. Like, Eastern is so consistent because you're just walking everywhere.
I don't know if I agree with that.
My Eastern times are literally always within 2 seconds of each other.
I don't think it's the boots that make later segments less consistent, though. But yeah, Eastern is a pretty consistent dungeon. There's a lot of small RNGs in it, but they generally wash out. Oh, yo, just taking a hug from that skeleton there. All right.
I think we could have walked around that Popo, but it's fine. There's a lot of small things where it's like, could I get around this? Should I do it this way? And the answer is usually, probably not.
Yeah. All 4 players getting the big key damage boost pretty nicely just to hit that switch without having to kill all the enemies in the room. I know last season we saw one race where a runner had to actually do that room the intended way.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see.
I said my Easterns are consistent. Unless I missed that, then I go, oops, I didn't realize I had half a heart and I tried it again. Oops. Yes.
Oops. Yeah. Yeah. That's like 1/3 of the reason to get Sank Heart is so you can retry that trick instead of having to reset. Relkin having a little trouble with the CGR. This is one of the hardest rooms in the game, in my opinion.
I agree.
Except by hard, I just mean to do fast. Like, you can always just lose 1 second and you're never going to die or anything, but it's so hard to optimize.
Yoho got a little
Holy crap, that save. Unbelievable.
Oh, we are...
We had a Dow readies on Sliver's screen.
We did.
Looks like everybody's getting through Armos, though. Oh, that was close, but we're fine.
Don't mash your arrows, please. If there's anything that you need to do to improve, time your arrow shots. It makes everything smoother. Not easier, because it's way harder to time your arrows, but... Ugh.
I agree, but Eri still mashes arrows, so clearly it's possible to make it work.
You know, if you mash at literally twice as fast as you can fire the bow, it's like you're not mashing at all.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. If you can just mash at exactly the right frequency.
Which would be, well...
I think it's like 18 frames or something.
8 hertz smashing. That's not even very hard to do.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. You could also just mash at 30 hertz. I mean, it would work. We see Yoho not opting for Unholy Spin Speed. Relkin also not opting for it. I think you were saying on comms the other day that your desert entrance times improved when you stopped doing that spin speed strat. Mine definitely did.
The thing is, I don't get like low 240. Like I don't get ooh, that bonk was not good. I don't get 244s like I've seen people get without going for it, but just the average time is way faster.
Yeah. I timed it out to see how much I was saving, and I was saving like 10 frames, maybe, which means that if I ever miss it, I've lost time over the average of like 10 attempts. So, not worth it for me. Oh, splashy dashy from Yoho, you hate to see it.
This overworld is, on the one hand, not hard, but it does have a lot of fairly precise dashes.
Yeah, it's dumb because it's just hard enough that you screw it up, but it's easy enough that you don't feel like you have any license to screw it up. You just feel like an idiot every time you
You
make a
also
mistake.
never practice it because
Oh
you're
no,
like,
never.
it's easy, whatever,
Yeah, of
man.
course. Interesting place for Sliver to use that menu. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't see what it was.
It was like to turn on the way up for the last dash.
That's fair.
Yeah, sure.
Menus
Took
in
me
this game
forever.
are very much just wherever is good for you.
For sure, yeah. I know there's some people that burn some menus that other people use for specific reading things just to be able to focus on menuing optimally, which is like also fine. Like you can really do whatever.
Menuing in this game is like, it's kind of tedious, but
Oh, I don't like that strat from Sliver. Maybe it was just a mistake.
yeah, it looked like we were setting up a nudge and just a little too low maybe, but
Yeah, probably.
you can lose seconds over the course of the run with bad menus.
Yeah. Every time you miss menu and have to go back into the menu, it costs over a second.
Well, I'm just talking about menuing slowly.
But yeah, that too. Yeah. If you watch a runner like me, my menus are like fine, right? They're not a problem area for me. And then you watch a Zelda run or a ACMLM run. It's bonkers how much time those guys are saving.
Yeah, I think my average movement is about 5 frames in the menu, which is...
That's pretty good. Mine is probably like 7 or 8.
But 3 menu moves, oh, it can be like 8 frames for each one because it's hard to get. It's hard to tap 3 times instead
3
of just
is rough,
twice.
yeah. No spin speed from Yoho. Missed spin speed from Relkin. It's a spin speed here that's like a little bit risky. It's not super risky, but some people like to not do it in runs, even if they do it normally. Saves like, I don't know, 30 frames or 40 frames maybe.
40 frames, I think. It actually saves a lot, but it's a tiny bit dangerous, and it is another spin speed. Spin speed can be finicky, so...
Yeah. Sean got it. That was good. I don't think Cheamo went for it, but I missed his screen. Getting into land mode now, the most fun part of the run.
I mean, unironically, it is pretty fun.
It's so fun. It's more fun in practice than in runs because there's no stress, but it's just such a fun fight.
And the joy of getting a 2-cycle is like amazing.
Yeah, it feels really good.
The despair of getting a 5-cycle is...
Uh-huh.
Oh, unfortunate short hops. Good. Good start. Kind of got slowed down on that.
Oh, good second cycle from Yoho.
Oh, that's a good fight from... Oh.
Cheamo with not the best start.
Pretty good 3 cycles for both Relkin and Yoho there.
I can't watch all of them at once. It looked like Yoho might have been able to scrape a 2 out of that.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate.
Oh, that miss from Cheamo. That's gotta hurt. Alright, okay. I think that was 4 from Sliver.
I think so, and 5 from Cheamo.
That's what I think. It's so hard to count.
Especially once you're like, you don't even know which snake's which anymore.
Yeah. That's one of the things where you can really see a difference in a 124 runner versus a 128 runner.
Especially if you watch a bunch of runs and not just like a race like this. Like,
yeah,
a 124 runner is probably going to have an average Manmo cycle of 3 point something, right? Like low 3. And you'll get the occasional 2, the occasional 4, mostly 3 cycles. And then like 128 runners, it'll probably be like a 4 point something average where they get like the rare 2 cycle and the uncommon 3 cycle, and then it's mostly 4s, and then you just occasionally see a 5 or a 6 or whatever else. where you just kind of the fight spirals and it goes really bad.
Yeah. Yep. Yoho and Relkin on the right side are so close to in sync here. They're like 1.5 seconds apart. So are Sean and Cheamo. Maybe a tiny bit bigger gap, but really, really close rounds on both sides.
Good job dealing with those dead rocks.
Everybody's going to have full hearts entering the mountain. We'll see how long that lasts. Looks like pretty clean path from Relkin. Not quite as good for Yoho, but not a problem, really.
He just got hit at the end of the ladder, and then
yeah, that's probably the best place to get hit.
This quick warp, it doesn't exist.
I don't even try to go for the second one anymore.
I just
YOLO it.
YOLO it. Exactly. Not real. This is one of the most important spin speeds, but getting stuck on the ladder is so bad. So,
like if you fail it, yeah, that's just a no-win situation. Looks like everybody's going to be okay going into Hera. Sliver's the lowest at 4 hearts, but that shouldn't be a big problem.
4's pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about it. If you are worried about it, there's things you can do.
Gonna see slightly different strats here in this tile room, and it basically doesn't matter what you do.
Hey, the boom strat saved like 20 frames, man. You're never getting those 20 frames back. Look how hard Yoho is working. Looks like Relkin is our only boomer. Got very busy strats from Sean and just sort of classic stand in the safe spot from Cheamo.
All right, glad to see torches done. No extra menus, no missed torches. Sliver.
Sean is secretly a sliver.
Yeah.
That's just too many syllables to say.
Oh, Relkin missed the switch. That's
This is the hardest room in the game, so can't fault him too much.
Good recognition though, so not too bad. With more torches lit, no extra menus.
It took me so long to train myself not to menu until the chest appears. Hitting Y, immediately menuing, and realizing you missed the torch is so frustrating.
Moldorm is definitely one of the great equalizers of this run.
Mm-hmm.
Not anticipating too many issues, but sometimes things happen.
Pretty close on Yoho and Relkin still. No bomb jump issues. I think Relkin... Oh my god.
Please.
I think Relkin... Did Relkin go for EBJ?
No.
The early bomb jump? Okay, so he just menued to bow somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't think he did at least.
Oh! Amazing moves by Moldorm there. Normally you're safe if you're standing there holding your sword out, but Moldorm managed to find an angle to actually hit Relkin around the sword.
Incredible. Boss teaches me new things every time I play.
It sucks. We talk a lot about how hard Landmo is, but this boss is like really, really difficult also.
To do fast consistently, yeah.
Yeah.
And falling on the lap, like if you fall jumping into the arena, like Yoho almost did a couple times there, you lose like 15 seconds. And it sucks, but whatever. When you fall at the end of the fight, you lose like 40 or 45 seconds. It's brutal.
And that time it was fine, but often you are suddenly at 1 heart instead of 2 or something like that.
Ooh, good dodge from Relkin.
Cheamo playing it real careful there, not wanting to jump off the wrong ledge. Yoho has so much money. He's going to get to skip a red. So is Sliver, actually.
Skipping a red is a meme.
It saves some amount of frames. If you already have infinite dollars, you might as well.
I know
Sliver,
that it saves frames, but like...
Sliver is actually opting to only grab 2 blues, which I think is worse than only grabbing 3 reds, but
3
whatever.
blues and then 3 reds is like almost the same as just grabbing 2 in all of them or something.
I think if you do birdshot anyway, it's like almost impossible to save time on blues.
The thing is that changing the way you do the red rupee tree is not good.
No, it's fine.
Like, it's not a huge deal, but it's just one of those things you don't really want to be thinking about, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It's all nonsense. None of this matters. 20 frames here, 20 frames there. We already have a Moldorm fall in this run. Like, come on. What are we talking about?
Moldorm fall, 8 blue balls, Helm of Death, whatever.
Yoho going for the bird slash, which is the most popular combination of kills here. You have to kill 4 enemies between the tree poles to get the red rupees, and you have some options about exactly how to do that.
There's like 6 or 7 enemies that are on our way or something.
I have no idea, but something like that, yeah. Especially if you count like the bush crab that you can beam a second time. Sean, playing it really safe with that green guard. I think that's reasonable.
I don't
if you're
think
not...
it can hit you in the...
No, he was fine, but if you're not 100% confident, I think it makes sense to just be super careful. Nobody killing the green guard on the dash down. I don't...
Oh, Relkin walks there. That's fine. It loses like 4 frames or something.
Did he do the walk that I like at the beginning of West Side Breeze? I'm a big fan of that walk.
Just held down right.
Yeah, I like that. It only works if you're aligned in a particular way at the start of the screen.
Okay, that's still P-dashed. Yeah, there's a lot of rooms where walking loses like 4 or fewer frames.
Yeah. Nice chest turn from Yoho.
As we want to. This is a any percent NMG race. On the left-hand side, it's secretlyasliver versus cheamo, and on the right-hand side, it will be thisisnotyoho versus relkin.
Looking like pretty clean Aga Towers so far. Oh, never mind.
Okay,
oh,
no drops.
Lucky.
No drops.
Lucky, no drops. That's the 1 in 4. You love to see it. Too bad he just blew all of his luck, and he's going to get 100 blue balls now.
100.
Well, each one that breaks into 6, right? So
he's going to get 16 2/3?
Yes.
All right. Makes sense. This is a tricky split, and it's also fast. It's hard to really talk about.
Yeah.
That is a choice.
Unbelievable that Sliver got away with that. Unreal. Somebody call the splicers. Relkin getting the good RNG and Circle of Pots, that makes it a lot easier and faster.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Too. What happened? What did I miss?
Relkin got frame ruled.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, that guy sucks.
Luckily, we'll have all 4 racers in the same room at the same time, and I cannot pay attention to any of it, because I don't count blue balls.
Chat, we're gonna need help. We need you to help. Yoho isn't even running splits. He just replaced his timer with mean sentences about me and Dao. So we can't even use math to figure out how many blue balls he gets.
No, he has splits up. They're just hidden. You can see the.
Oh, you're right. Well, but the information still won't be available to us.
Is
It's
that
not
a
in the
gold
layout.
Aga tower?
That looks like a
Maybe.
big gold from Sliver. Let's go. No, you can't stand on the right like that. Unless it's the first one and I just wasn't paying attention.
This is why I don't pay attention to this fight. Things are happening, right? Somebody's getting blue balls or not. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, you're losing 10 frames
Yoho
on refill,
got-
man.
Wow. 2?
Sure. Yep.
1? I know it's 10 seconds from the first exclamation mark on the pyramid, so...
2. Ricky's got us.
That is 2 for Relkin?
I counted 100. Thanks, Tam. All right, Sliver needs to learn where to stand to not get hit by blue balls, I think. This is more damage than you're supposed to take in this
I
fight.
once watched somebody die in an Aga fight. Like a 125 runner, because they were coming back from the game and they forgot where to stand.
Looks like that was 3 for Sliver. I don't know how many for Cheamo. One time I died to Aga and him in a rando race because I thought it was the lightning cycle and it wasn't, or something.
Anyway, we did not get 100 blue balls, so you'll have to see it.
Yeah, I think everybody got out of there with pretty reasonable. But we'll have to wait on chat to confirm.
We can do math for the other 2 runners. They got actual.
That's true.
stuff.
Yeah, Relkin has a 140, so that's 2 blue balls, I think.
Yep. That is...
Yeah, 3 for Sliver, which we know because it was right after a lightning cycle. Oh, nice Kiki Dash from Yoho.
Also 3 for Cheamo. So, Aga
Alright.
was fair as he's ever going to get.
Yeah, both races got the same number of blue balls as their opponents. I'm not expressing this well, but I think you know what I mean.
I am also not going to be able to give a with pod because they're all going to be in the same screen, but they're going to be doing different things. And
Yeah.
We'll just hope they all go the right way.
That's okay. There's only one thing you need to know about pod, which is that this is where we do our 1 major glitch to get the hammer early.
Oh, okay, we have extra rupees.
Oh boy. Okay. What
I
happened?
didn't
Did you
the
see
RNG
what caused that?
exactly. It was, I think it was the bad RNG where we're getting thrown up.
That would
from
make sense.
The moblin.
That RNG is pretty rare, so the first couple times it happened to me, I like theoretically knew what to do, but I panicked and screwed it up anyway. So
Yeah.
very easy to get got by that guy.
You can do the ultra safe thing and just boomerang everything on the screen. Oh, it's fine.
All right, looks like Yoho had a key when he needed it, so probably went the right way.
Relkin also dashes to the left there. That's slower.
Boomer
But
strats.
it's, hey, I do that.
Yeah.
When I was learning the game, there's so many rooms. You make concessions on stuff. You're like, I'm not going to focus on this because I just want to learn the hard stuff. And then you don't learn the optimal strat for every room. And then you get lazy and never learn the optimal strat. That looks like a pretty good hammer jump on Yoho's side.
I didn't see any of it because I was saying something normal and important in chat.
It was 1 extra buffer.
That's good, yeah. 1 or 2, you don't feel too bad about. Sometimes it spirals out of control, but... Oh,
Okay,
Relkin
okay,
placed
okay.
it facing up.
Smart, though, to just reset the room immediately.
Just bail, yeah.
That's also a big difference. Now, the way Relkin did the room, it actually cost him 2 extra bombs instead of 1, which is what it would normally cost most people. But that's another big difference between like 124 runners and 128 runners usually is when 124 runners make a mistake, they have made that mistake before. and they know what to do to fix it.
You know,
So-
it's really unfair that the players who make the most mistakes are least capable
Oh.
of fixing them. Yeah, cheamo is 1 pixel too low there, I think. Luckily, it's much easier to do the second time. You have much more time. Because you don't need to throw the second bomb at the wall.
As long as we don't miss any more hearts, it's going to be okay. Losing 3 hearts, there's 3 hearts we can pick up. Missing 4 hearts is going to slow us down a lot.
Yeah. Each of these hearts is actually... relkin throwing 1 arrow in each direction. Each of those hearts is actually about 40 frames, yeah.
But it's better than menuing like 3 extra times, so...
Oh, yeah. I think it's still worth it at all points.
Plus, you'll be on 7 instead of 6 for Helma, which is a huge deal.
Very relevant, very relevant. I do want to say, I was timing hammer jump recently, and throwing the second bomb only saves like about 2 seconds. So doing a 1 bomb hammer jump might be faster if you're struggling with, like if it costs you a lot of extra buffers to get in position after the second bomb.
Yoho taking this fight pretty safe.
JK lol. Good save there.
Yeah, trying to turn up right there is just going to get you killed. So good job on Yoho to recognize that. Helmasaur is one of the danger points of the run. For literally every category of this game. So making it
not RBO.
Well, getting the Helmasaur is...
okay.
Oh, cheamo with a little bit of difficulties.
Just kind of bails on them. I think that's fine if you're just going to clean them up like this.
Definitely a tricky room, so...
Yeah, a lot can go wrong there.
Relkin did have a pretty good Helmasaur.
I think all 4 players... yeah, it looks like all 4 players are going for the spin speed strat as well. If you arm spin speed in this room, it extends your hammer hitbox. Makes, especially phase 2, a lot easier. Very clean phase 2 from Sean.
One thing about the spin speed strat is because you move so fast without having your sword out, it took a long adjustment for me, and I know some other people too, who still do sword out occasionally, because you can kind of just accidentally walk into Helmasaur.
That's when it gets interesting.
Okay. Too bad happened there.
It's fine. So Yoho with the no Moldorm fall and then a better hammer jump has taken a noticeable lead here over Relkin. Obviously, the race isn't even close to over, but
yeah,
definitely a meaningful advantage at this point. It's like 30-ish seconds.
The next couple of splits, I would not expect to see this lead change much. Certainly some things can happen in Skull Woods and in Thieves Town, but generally speaking, they're on the easier side of splits in the Dark World, so...
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the other side, we have still a pretty close race.
Oh, taking a pterodactyl hit. That should be fine. This split isn't really that dangerous. If you take 1 hit, you're just like, eh. If you take like 5 hearts of damage, you start maybe being nervous, but I wouldn't be too worried at this point.
I don't get nervous talking about at 3.
Yeah.
And even then, it's mostly just because you can get frame ruled and lose 2 hearts. So...
Yeah, you can... Dumb stuff can happen with the crickets and the attic or whatever, but you should be fine. And if you're really worried, you could bonk the apple tree. Oh, Yoho took a hit somewhere too. I didn't even notice.
I would be surprised to see any apples, but you never know. It is a race.
Yeah, I would too, but it's an option if you want it. Yoho not going for the hammer dash there. He hates hammer dashes, or item dashes in general, I guess. He does not do a bunch of the optional ones that only save like 5 or 10 frames.
Oh, Ruggan was a little too high on the dash up there. Got hit.
That screen is surprisingly difficult.
If I take a break from the game, every time I come back to that screen, I'm like, what do we do here? How does it work?
I think the future is probably Requiem strat, but nobody tell him.
All right, so the one glitch...
Oh, sliver too high there also.
The one glitch that I kind of... Oh, that bonk.
Apples!
I don't know if that was intentional.
I don't either. Sorry, what about the glitch?
If we could have one glitch, like major glitch, it should be getting the big key in Thieves Town. Just clipping the rail and jumping over the ledge.
Hmm.
Come on, it's right there.
It is an annoying loop to have to do. Okay, yeah.
We're fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, because who cares about doing these screens?
I mean, clearly, if we have one glitch, it should be Icebreaker. Actually, obviously, it's Hammer Jump. If we get a second major glitch, it should be Icebreaker. Yoho now at 2 hearts, which is not great.
At least we are in the portion of the dungeon where taking damage is all your fault, though. So...
Oh! Okay, well, that was his fault. I was going to say the red Zazak in the jail can sometimes get you, and it's not entirely your fault, but that became irrelevant.
He does need to remember to flip the pegs, but that's the only thing he has to do. That's
not the worst death in the game, but, you know, it's still a pretty big chunk of time.
Over a minute, 80 seconds or something.
Really? I would guess less than that. I don't know, though.
Actually, I don't know exactly how much, but I'm going to estimate a minute. Because we have to go all the way around, flip the pegs, and get back there. It's a lot of extra screens.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is about a minute. I guess we'll see when we finish the dungeon.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
You can't really forget to switch the pegs because you can't turn right there.
It's true, but you can like not know that you need to do it and not be paying attention and lose like 5 seconds because of it.
That's true. Looks like Relkin is having a pretty normal Thieves, so that's good that somebody is.
Oh, we've got 2.5 hearts.
Uh-huh.
And we've got 4 hearts.
2.5 hearts means that you're not an Oko from anything.
It's true. It's not comfy, though.
It's pretty comfy if you make it to blind. We could also stop for pot hearts here.
But, you know, I agree.
Dow, come on, you didn't have to tell us that. Oh, Sliver talking to the maiden before getting the chest. And stopping for those arrows. I think those arrows were probably slow, but that's fine.
Got hit by blind there and recovered. Okay. Saving quitting out of Zora's would also, I realized somebody said that a while ago, would also be a good one. But
Yoho hitting the switch 3 times. Blind fight, for anyone who doesn't know, looks chaotic, isn't actually chaotic. The strat just works if you do it right. Boss always dies. Does all the same stuff, misses you with every attack, and then dies.
Sometimes people are moving, they're not doing anything important. They're just moving because they're bored.
Yeah, there's a lot of downtime in the fight. Looks like a good script from Yoho. Looks like good start from Sliver and Cheamo.
All right, so Yoho had like a 30-second.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's the time to lose it is on the last hit.
All right, so not where I would have expected things to go bad, but
Everyone's through.
Nothing else can happen, right?
Looks like Yoho lost probably over a minute. It's gonna be like an 8.
Yeah, he had about
20 or something.
30-second lead, and now it's like a. I can't do math. 40-second deficit or so. So. Over
somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
43 or something.
Blue balls were 3 for Sliver and Cheamo, and 2 for Yoho and Relkin.
Yeah, both sides had equal blue balls, so no RNG differences in that way. Now we're doing a side quest here to upgrade our sword so that we can kill Ganon faster later. It also makes the rest of the game easier. But the main reason is for Ganon.
Need to point out here that this is so slow.
It's super slow. It's like a minute and a half.
And if you run any Master Sword categories, low percent categories, a good Master Sword run will be ahead of a good NMG run until Phase 4 of Ganon. Like, you just lose so much time from getting the Tempered Sword.
Tempered Ganon saves over a minute on just Ganon.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we get it, actually.
Yep.
But to your point, it does make the rest of the run a lot easier, too.
The Tempered Sword just shreds everything in this video game. There's a couple enemies whose like whole thing is being tanky, like mummies or whatever, but for the most part, normal enemies just absolutely melt if you have the Tempered Sword.
It's not
Relkin
really
having a lot of trouble in Mummy Room, but got through it.
It's mostly the bosses. With Tempered Sword, the bosses don't get to do anything.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Fast. And then,
All right, we had a missed fence dash from Yoho, no fence dash from Sliver, and I missed the bottom 2.
Cheamo missed it. I did not see what Relkin did. But
all right, we'll just give him credit for getting it because I don't want us to have gone 0 for 4. That would be too sad. There's a surprisingly number of places where the mobs dying in 1 hit instead of 2 is relevant. Like the Ropas on this overworld. If they didn't die when we dash through them, they're a lot more annoying to get around.
They're not that bad. You just gotta pay a little bit more attention. But Mothula and Cold Stare are both, the bosses of this dungeon and the next dungeon, are both so bad with Master Sword.
Yeah, Cold Stare is a nightmare. Uh-oh.
Well, things are happening.
Uh-oh. It takes 16 beat. Oh, and we got grabbed. That sucks.
Skullwoods is usually not like that bad, but
so
when it's bad, it's awful.
The thing is, until you have about 690 hours in Mummy Room, it's a real problem. You gotta grind that room a lot to figure out how to not get in trouble in there. Like I said, Relkin was having a lot of trouble, but that's like compared to a 124 runner. We saw on Sliver's screen how bad it can go if you haven't already put a million hours of practice into it. This is fine. We're gonna death warp, I imagine.
Yeah. Ooh, almost a fight from Relkin. Okay. Okay. Got there. I would death warp. Yeah? Okay, good.
This will come fairly close to putting them back on an even footing. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Nope. You got it there.
Cheamo's in the head. I thought Sliver was ahead because they were going through the same room in different directions. That was a really fast menu from Yoho.
Oh, why does the conveyor hate us?
That was so annoying. Oh my god.
My goodness. Please come down. Oh my god. That didn't.
Okay.
Please.
At some point that became Yoho's fault, but there was a lot of really bad RNG.
Oh, that was pretty rough. Anytime after the initial hit, Moth goes the opposite way of the conveyor, which I swear Moth is programmed to do that.
Oh, Cheamo having a little trouble, but not in any real danger.
The fight can get out of hand, so...
Yeah. Yeah, like many fights in this game, the fight is either very fast or spirals out of control very rapidly. You lose track of what's... You know, you're no longer in the positions you want to be in. There's spikes moving everywhere. The conveyor is ruining your life. It can become a problem pretty fast.
It's a little bit of a low dash to start.
Yeah, I think that was just a single hit.
Yeah. And we... Please...
Oh, please! Okay.
Okay. And we did see a fire rod there. And the fire rod in that fight is good for exactly that scenario where you're at the bottom, Moth is at the top, and the conveyor is not helping you out, and you can push Moth. Anytime you hit Moth, it resets the attack cycle, so you can avoid having the beams come at you.
Yeah. A lot of higher level runners opt to not use the fire rod in that fight at all because generally you shouldn't really need it, and like it does kind of take up time that you could be using to slash, but it can definitely help you deal with situations like that a lot. Both runners on the right side going for the cursed lottery dash. Yoho's been on a crusade lately about how much it's better than the strat that's safe and only costs 40 frames, but whatever.
Cheamo had... Oh, come on, bird.
Did we miss the flute? Oh, and we went to 1. That's not great.
I understand not messing up your splits, but if you accidentally flute to 1, just get ether.
Yeah, for sure. But who's thinking of that at the time?
The only problem with getting ether is you'll forget that you got it, and you'll go get it again.
Or you'll menu to it somewhere and cast ether in like Ice Palace.
Yeah, that could happen too. But every additional flute menu, I think, is like 6 to... Or anytime you have to flute again, it's like 6 to 8 seconds, I think.
Really?
So,
I didn't think it was that long, but I've never looked, I don't think.
It takes a little while to call the bird.
That's true, yeah.
And get dropped off and all that, so...
Seeing some splashing from Cheamo here. The movement on Zora's Domain, this is one of those screens that's not dangerous, but it's very easy to bleed a second, 2 seconds on. And that kind of dashing like 1 frame too early and splashing the whole way costs so much time.
Yes, when you dash in shallow water, it's Link moves at 3 pixels per second, and when you dash in...
per frame.
That thing, exactly, yeah. And when you dash on land, it's 4 pixels per frame.
Yeah, so it's a huge difference.
33% faster, like...
Oh, Sliver getting it too. This is just really difficult to do the movement on the screen correctly. So many sort of deceiving dash lines and stuff.
I've been having a pretty reasonable inside of Ice Palace so far.
Coming up on Ice Palace Bomb Jump. Easily the most important trick in the run.
The only mandatory trick in the entire run, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think speedrunners know how to do this room or this dungeon normally.
Only GDO runners.
So Bitey and
I mean, I knew how to do it correctly at one point. Does that count?
was this maybe decades before you started speedrunning the game?
No, I've run GDO. I have like second place on the leaderboard.
Well, that was good from Yoho to only being once there.
Okay, we're fine. Yeah, Cold Stare is either going to go so fast that you don't even realize there's a boss there, become a living nightmare.
Or a dead nightmare.
Or dead nightmare, yeah. Cheamo getting pretty bad movement on that top berry, unfortunately. That's not a great angle. This is really scary. He's an Oko from the Puffs.
This is fine though. We got
looks like he's
on him
okay.
To start. Okay. If that had gone split differently.
Oh, that movement was so scary. Okay.
Okay. Once again, 124 runners can generally fix their mistakes without anything too bad happening, but oh, a little bit issues here.
Oh, not hitting the switch, unfortunately. We'll have to remember to hit it in the conveyor on Sliver's side.
It's only one screen away, so it's not hard to remember.
Yeah. It's pretty awkward to get up to it, though, and sometimes the berry blocks you and stuff.
Oh,
that's not good either.
Okay.
A little more under control, just because, yeah.
Okay.
Got a little more damage on them, but... Alright, 0 for 2. Let's see if we can get a quick kill from Cheamo. I don't think that normalizes your position the way you want it to, Sean.
Oof. This is, like I said, the most important trick. It has a range of pixels that work, but it is kind of precise. So you can't just throw a link at it and hope it works out.
Yeah. Looks like a good one. Nope. Oh, it was. Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
That's a pretty good fight.
Yep. For a second, I thought one of the puffs was far enough away to only take one spin, but we got them all.
Ooh, are we getting boomer shopping from Relkin? You'll love to see it.
Sliver pokes. He did a left slash in Penguin lineup and poked instead of spinning. Ooh. Not a bad cleanup, though.
Waiting here does nothing. Yeah. You're an Oko from Cold Stare regardless, so just costs you about 3 seconds. But I understand maybe wanting to kind of reset yourself going into the fight. So Yoho and Relkin will be doing very different things, and we won't know their exact difference until Turtle Rock. So fun.
Yeah, with Ether and Ice Rod, you can collect them. You have to get the Ether before Mire and Ice Rod before Turtle Rock, but you have a kind of a lot of latitude for exactly where in the run you collect them. So we see some differences from runners. Looked like a good setup from Sliver. Going for a 6 slash. This is okay. All right, that worked. It's a tiny bit slower, and a lot of players don't like it because it feels less in control than the poke dash strats, which are much harder to execute, but if you execute them properly, they're much more under your control.
Oh, Relkin. Swamp is not hard, but imagine not losing 10 seconds in Swamp, right?
It's not dangerous, but it is difficult to do fast.
It's very easy in Swamp to say, oh man, I just, whatever, got hit because the enemies are stupid. But it's almost always your fault, believe it or not.
No, I believe it.
There are some things, like the dash left out of the door on the way to Big Key, where getting hit by the berry is not your fault.
Well, I'm not convinced.
You have enough time to recognize that it's happening, though, so you should stop the dash. but it's not your fault in the sense that you're doing the screen the same way, and it's just whether you get bad RNG or not.
Looks like Cheamo and Sliver might be doing the same shopping. It's possible Sliver still goes for Ice Rod. I can't tell. I'm guessing probably
PB
he does based on
times,
the gold.
based off the splits in front of us,
Oh,
are 129.31 for Sliver and 127.14 for Cheamo, or is that golds? No, that's PB. Gold's 125.07. So that should be PB.
His splits say average on the current split comparison, but I don't know. I don't know what he's comparing against.
Relkin's not comparing against his PB either, so
No.
like,
Yoho is not. Well, he's comparing against. I think he's comparing against none, but also he just has no information on his split layout.
oh, we're getting
Relkin's
Ice Rod here.
running against some random run that he did at some point.
Looks like maybe he made new splits and it's the best one on those or something.
That's what I would guess, but I don't actually know for sure.
So we also got different shopping from our left runners, and we won't know their relative positions until Turtle Rock.
Let's go! So I can tell you that for qualifiers, Cheamo submitted a 127.39, Sliver submitted a 129.04, so about minute 20 between them. Also, that must mean that Sliver's not running against PB because his submission time is faster than the time on his splits.
Maybe this is also average.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, Cheamo not killing that berry. See if that comes back to haunt him.
So a consideration for leaving Swamp is having 21 or more arrows. Relkin is comfortably there. Yoho will not be.
That's just cope for
But
not learning Mike Chest.
Listen, it doesn't make sense, okay?
It's so good. Oh wow, that Stalfos on Cheamo's screen before we got the sync.
That getting hit by the berry on Cheamo's screen is what I was talking about. Relkin, please. Okay. Sometimes you take a few extra hits, and it's okay.
It still has 5 hits. Or 5 health. It's all fine.
What? Oh my god. All these screens on Swamp are like, they just work, except for when they don't, and then you get hit 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yoho does Mike Chest. So
I'm not sure. I know he's quite against Restock Room.
Stock Room
It's pretty bad.
pretty bad. But yeah, it's slower than the Turtle Rock arrows.
It's not that bad if you need an arrow and a bomb, but even then it's like not the greatest really.
Sometimes if you get really bad arrow drops, you can be in the position of needing both it and Turtle Rock arrows, though.
That's the real situation that Mike Chess saves you from, is needing 2 pots.
But that's basically
Otherwise-
not getting any arrow drops at all, so...
Yeah, or losing your mind on Vitreous or something.
Okay. We just don't want to see too many extra moves here. 1 extra move's not the end of the world. Getting the hearts is only slow if you weren't gonna die, but you're almost guaranteed to get hit on this screen. Like you can't not get hit on this screen, and then
No.
if you mess up Argus at all, you're probably gonna get hit once or twice. So it's easy to be like, oh, I'm at 8 hearts, and then you're not really paying too much attention. You lose 6 in a hurry, and then you panic and die. So
That was a pretty good start from Cheamo, but he pulled the last or the wrong puff towards the end there and couldn't finish it out. It's a really tough fight to do the 0 cycle on Argus. I think I'm like 2/3 of the way to understanding it.
if you ever get all the way there, you'll be the first person in history. So.
I don't know. Oh wow, that water thing hit Sliver the second he landed. Unfair.
Okay, so Relkin and Yoho are mostly synced up here, but Relkin has an Ice Rod advantage, which is about a little less than 40 seconds. So
Yeah,
I guess it's about 45-second difference between them right now.
approximately. That's you know, I've seen plenty of people lose 45 seconds in Turtle Rock.
Or Meyer, or GT, or
Yeah.
Ganon.
45
Right.
seconds on Ganon is hard. Usually you either die 18 times or lose like
Die.
small amounts of time.
Miss torch glitch. 26 warps. We have 30 arrows.
No, you can't be telling the truth. 30 arrows?
30.
That can't. There's no way.
We've picked up every arrow in the game, so.
All right, Sliver went for the 0 cycle. Didn't get it, but didn't like lose time or anything. Just still gets a
Yeah, it's
a
like
1 cycle.
free to try.
Yeah.
As long as you recognize that you failed quickly.
Yeah, and gets a good fire rod kill.
Relkin with the 4-bomb drop. We don't need 4 bombs for the rest of the game, so it's useless.
Maybe we'll be able to dump them somewhere.
Well, it does mean if we get to 8 in Turtle Rock, it's only like we're getting 6, so it's not, quite as bad.
That's a really great point, Tao.
With the way magic works in this dungeon, you'd almost think Spooky was done intentionally by the devs. But,
Oh, nice spark gamble from Yoho. Got the good boost. Yeah.
Oh, okay. A few things are just a little bit slow. That bird is not...
Relkin grabbing an extra pot there. Did he need to?
For magic?
Yeah.
No, he's good.
Why did he? Okay. Maybe something happened that we didn't see and he got nervous about it.
Could be. Maybe it's just one of those things. Oh, okay. All right.
Huh, good save.
Good save.
So yeah, so we did some stuff so that this fire rod hits an off-screen switch at the top of the screen there. The fire rod doesn't really. The fire rod has like a fire rod hitbox and then a sort of splash damage area, like slightly displaced hitbox. But the the slightly displaced hitbox doesn't work correctly at all. So we offset it by like a screen and a half, and it hits off-screen switches for us. Both runners on the right side coming into Vitreous, which is more or less scripted, except that
we didn't hit that one at all. Okay.
Mess up, you're dead, basically. All right, pretty good. Relkin had one cycle, I think, which is not what you want to see, but fine.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, no.
Don't get hit by the wizard.
Oh. All right, this is fine from this point. We can skip Spark Gamble and be okay on health.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he wants to do 5-heart Biddy. That's not gonna work. Oh, that did work. Wow. All right, cheamo got through it.
Everybody's got extra bombs. It's all good. Not worried about it.
If you're Sliver here, I think there's a reasonable shot that you just take safety key.
No way.
You want to go into 5-heart Viddy?
Just kill the Wizrobe and then hook the heart.
Just pray that you win one of the gambles?
Yeah. Do you have like a... It's like a 1 in 8, or not a 1 in 8. A 3 in 8 that you don't get it.
We'll see. Oh, cardinaling into a hook shot. You hate to see it.
Yeah, always diagonal into your hook shots, and then cardinal into your dashes. It's just a good rule of thumb.
Well, we're going for it. Maybe he's just going to do 2 spins on Vitreous and then
bail.
Then bail on the end.
The worst.
I mean, obviously, I would expect him to try to farm hearts, but if he gets unlucky... Oh my god, the prize pack!
Ugh.
Destroyed.
You hate to see it.
Destroyed by...
That prize pack has...
That stupid green
just
rupee.
8 drops in a prize pack, and 6 of them are hearts.
Yep, and nobody in the world is tracking it.
Because 6 of them are hearts. It's always hearts.
And you never need them.
I know.
So the prize packs, there's like groups of enemies. Oh, that's not great.
We also did not flip the switch, I don't think. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow. It was still lingering.
All right, we have to bomb the wall here. That's not the end of the world. It's just slow.
Oh, there's a heart.
Oh, we've lost a heart. We're gonna hook it? Okay.
No dupe.
Failed 2 dupes. I think it's 1 in 4 for those dupes.
Yeah.
Also, yes, we see Relkin has a bit of a lead on Yoho here. Sliver screen is definitely the most interesting for the next 30 seconds.
I've been just... Oh, boy.
Oh,
my gosh!
That was...
Very nice.
Okay, we are doing safety strat. This is why we get 30 arrows, right? It's fine.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So standing on the right edge won't take any damage from the floor. Okay, we're through there. All right. Whew. Now, Relkin has the most interesting screen for about the next 15 seconds.
Yeah, Chomps is one of the most dangerous and difficult rooms in the game. Going in with beams is really nice, though.
Or the fairy and the magic. That's bad pattern.
That's orange peg stuff. Or just dodge around side. That's fine. That's that block.
Okay.
Almost.
All right.
What is happening on Yoho's screen? That is not where that roller is supposed to be. All right, it's okay.
Okay. Only taking... The idea of the rollers is you only take 1 hit. If
you're fine at that point.
You're kind of in danger, but 1 is fine. 1 is... We're doing it on purpose, so...
Right, he didn't take that hit on purpose because the strat was messed up, but he would have normally, so it's the same amount of loss as usual. And he gets the fairy as well. I didn't know that the fairy could drop in that room. I haven't seen it in months.
Yoho showing what should happen in Chomps.
Yeah, that was a nice beam block strat.
or rather what we hope to have happen.
Shoutouts to True Blue, Relkin kicking up dust to be a bunny for less time after the poof.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Poof,
Sliver going for Waffle House, but taking a dead rock to the face, unfortunately.
Yoho did go for it, and I just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
But since you said it there,
I respect not pointing out cool things that Yoho does. He doesn't deserve it. Yoho getting the fast RNG. Oh, misses the something there. Didn't go quite right.
It is the fast RNG, but it's the most difficult RNG.
Oh yeah, by a lot. He went for a kind of a delay strat that I'm not sure I've seen that particular variant of before.
There's some slower methods you can do that make it a lot easier, but slower. And then it's not the fast strat. It's not the fastest RNG anymore, but
Cheamo also threw chomps without much trouble.
Cheamo not dashing down the right there is dangerous because the Pokey will sometimes just hit you, and they do 4 hearts of damage, just like everything else in this dungeon.
Yeah, if you're lined up,
that spin.
I was lucky. But if you're lined up with that wall there on the dash down, you're always safe from the Pokey. Oh, that was so close to hitting that skull. All right, so Cheapo's gotten the fairy as well. Oh.
Ooh.
Falcon took a fall there.
Started his dash a little too high.
Rough.
Falling in pits is tremendously slow. Like, it doesn't really seem like it is, but oh my god, the camera basically... Did we wrap the prize pack?
I guess so. I don't know why he wanted that fairy so much, although it is funny that it dropped. But I don't think Relkin is afraid of Trinex.
Sometimes races are just different, you know?
Yeah, sure. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of funny. Sliver opting to mirror out of roll instead of
with that health
walk
situation, it's reasonable.
I think it's reasonable, basically, whenever you want. But yeah, for sure. It loses about 3 seconds.
Turtle Rock is like... everything hurts. If you mess up any room, you're taking 4 extra damage. And just...
Oh, that's not...
You die so
fast enough. Wow, okay. I think he was slightly at risk of the chomps there if he hadn't gotten a slow movement at the end.
Relkin defeated Trinex, taking no damage, so we're in good shape.
Ooh, okay.
The Ice Head loves to dodge your fire rod shots.
Yeah, the double poke stuff makes that a little less likely, which is a nice little bonus. Saves a little time, makes it a little more consistent. Cheamo getting a bonk there, but that's not a big deal. Sliver also getting the fast RNG, messes it up. Oh, okay, this is a little bit scary. This is now a lot scary.
Okay, we're only on the...
Is that the first heart or the second heart? We didn't cycle that far yet, right?
I think it's the first heart.
I hope so.
So,
This
Yoho
scary
and
for
Relkin
Sliver.
are, what, 20-30 seconds apart right now? That's pretty close. Lots of things can happen in GT here to either make that a minute difference or tie it up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is the first one.
Oh
okay.
my god.
Ooh.
Stop toying with my heart.
Turtle Rock is dangerous.
Yes. 4 hearts is not very comfy.
I would take this room so safe at 4. Because it's basically 3. You're taking an intentional hit in the room after it. Right?
Yeah.
I would just wait on these pegs.
Take the peg frames. Oh.
Okay, that works too. Same idea.
Box strat. Relkin not going for spike skip.
It saves what? 30
Like 40
frames?
frames.
Missing it loses 2 seconds. So
No.
it's like almost 2 seconds for the hook to go out and come back.
So compared to not going for it, getting it is like 40 frames faster, and missing it is like 40 frames slower-ish, maybe 1 second slower than not going for it at all.
Oh, that block's too high.
Yeah.
Or too low.
No,
I mean.
too low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. That sucks.
Laser skip has a pretty large pixel window that. Oh.
Looks like we have a forfeit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's
tough to want to keep going after that.
Yeah. Just Turtle Rock can like really get to you sometimes.
It's so punishing.
Oh, we're seeing. Oh, took a hit. Losing a ton of magic.
Oh, am I behind? Maybe I need to pause and reload. That's so 1 magic jar and like doing arrow G5 or skipping a fire rod shot on Landmo 2 should be fine here. I think we're 4 ticks down.
4 ticks sounds right. Yes,
Shout
that's
out to
2
Rando
extra
Runner,
rod shots.
4 ticks of doom.
Please.
Yoho with a no hit. Oh, he's just getting 2 bottles here. That makes sense.
Just whatever gets you back on track, so you don't have to think
Yeah.
about it too much.
Yeah, no, I like that. I always forget that there's 2 bottles in that room. I only ever remember the
15
one.
arrows from those mimics.
Yeah, let's go.
I seem to have lost your host stream, so
Yeah, it was chopping a lot, and now I'm getting a spinner. He did say that he was going to get your weather 2 hours later, so...
we've had power outages in a lot of the southeast, so... who knows?
Oh, there's another frame.
Entering Gauntlet one of these days. Oh, that's unfortunate hop from the Lambo on Relkin's side.
He's in Landmo 2 for you? He's in G3 for me.
Oh.
Alright, I'm going to refresh.
My stream, oh my goodness. My thing jumped up like
There we go.
20 seconds at some point, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you now. He's finishing Landmo 2.
You're not. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's. Oh, Yoho, we're getting stuff.
Oh, Yoho's
Okay,
in G3?
G3?
Walking into everything?
Oh, Shimo takes a hit there. Once the mimics go off track, it's hard to keep track of everything and nip them and all that other stuff.
Luckily, Cheamo's not under a ton of pressure here.
Oh, okay.
Do we get foosted?
Not fully, but a little bit.
Can we just talk about how we call getting hit off the bridge Fusta? But that's not even remotely what happened to Fusta in the famous clip. Like, he just walked into a pit because he wasn't looking.
Alright. Okay, Yoho is somewhere. We're across the bridge, I guess. Ooh, uh-oh. Oof. So, Cheamo does need to finish.
Yeah. Oh, did we...
Moldorm?
Oh, we took a death. Oh.
Died in G4.
Oh, boy. Okay, yeah. I see the Moldorm thing now. Thanks for letting me know what stream to focus on.
Aga
Gotcha.
2 coming up on Relkin's screen here, and very challenging fight.
Yeah. Very interesting, but very high difficulty, so often frustrating in runs. Oh, it looks like Yoho fell to Moldorm 2. I didn't see what happened.
Oh, he tried for a hover.
Oh, fair enough. He knows that he's
Okay.
lost at this point if he's watching.
Cheamo,
Without a miracle.
barring exceptional circumstances, yes.
Wait, how is Agatu not dead? I thought I saw 6 balls.
The boss
Did I
doesn't
get
make sense.
Was there a rewind or something?
I don't know. I'm getting...
Alright, there we go.
Yoho's stream going out, I guess, has made it so my streams are all jumping around.
Yeah, I think I saw the same cycle twice for Relkin.
Cheamo will be getting the fairy, yeah? Okay.
Oh.
That's...
Shoutouts to 8 bombs. This would never have happened to YouTube, Yoho. He's gonna have beams going into the gauntlet, which is kind of annoying. But, again, Cheamo just has to finish, so it's okay if he has a slow gauntlet.
Relkin getting into Ganon here, and on to phase 3. Now...
No, it's not. Stop gaslighting me.
We need about 69 warps to tie up the race here.
Yeah, this is not really within RNG range.
And the last important trick of the run here is hitting Torch Glitch. We're going to see Lamp. You'll love to see it. Lamp just helps guarantee it, without having to worry about it. If Relkin is watching, knowing you're ahead, just do the easy thing, right?
I don't know if he's an always lamper or if it's just for race purposes.
Yeah, or just always do the same way, it's fine. Lamping is fairly slow, so you don't really want to do it, but if it just means you don't have to worry about one last thing in the last minute of the game, then go for it.
It adds about a second of menuing, plus potentially there are patterns where you can only get an extra spin if you use the fire rod.
Right.
So 1 to 4 seconds basically.
GG to Relkin.
GG Relkin gonna not quite squeak out a 125, it looks like. Pretty good run. 3 blue balls, Moldorm Fall. The rest was, you know, ups and downs, but not bad.
It was a run. It's fine.
Yoho now into a phase 4 Ganon as well. I didn't see Torch Glitch, but clearly he got it. 126.03 from Relkin. Nice run.
Fire rod. Oh, he still got that spin. Nicely done.
Unbelievable. Can't believe he got there in time. Just a couple more spins, 2 more maybe. Oh,
yep.
Just 1 more. GG.
And there we go.
That'll be like a 126.50 or something. 45.
Something like that. So about 45 seconds between them, which was basically the death in well, no, that was more than that, but
the Thieves' death cost like 80 seconds. 70, 80 seconds.
Or what I mean to say is it's been about 40, 45 seconds since Thieves, so...
Right. Yeah. Hey, Relkin, GG. Congrats.
Hey, thank you.
I'll see if Yoho wants to come in. Let's... And then Cheamo's going to be finishing up his run as well. So, any thoughts on the run, Relkin?
For the most part, I played okay. You know, of course, you got the terrible, Hera, TR, not so great GT. For the most part, everything else is fine. And of course, the miss hammer up and pod, but everything else was decent for the most part.
Yeah, I forgot about Hammer Jump. Yeah, Fall and Hera, Fall and Hammer Jump. big things really.
It's good to have a solid run though. Like when those happen, it's too easy to get tilted and just have it go really bad.
Yeah, I had the restream up, so I definitely was feeling down after seeing how far behind I was after pod, but then I saw the Thieves Town mishap from Yoho, and I was like, okay, just play the game.
Yep. Away she goes.
Yeah, and cheamo here did miss the 1-1. I think we're gonna get 2-2. That's not so bad. And
Welcome Yoho, GG. You are muted.
just the way we like it.
Cheamo into phase 3 here. Looks like pretty friendly Ganon so far. Was that 0 warps?
Looks like it.
Man, feels bad to get 0 warps after missing the 1-1. Like, you could have had the gold.
Any thoughts on your run, Yoho? I know it's not your best, but
you know, sometimes you get into a split and it just decides it's gonna murder your ass, man.
I think every
Like-
runner had that today.
Yeah, I screwed up at the end. I was on the wrong item. I don't know if you guys heard the bomb drop before I walked into the guy and died.
Oh,
I
that's
saw you on
hilarious.
bombs.
I
I
did
didn't
not.
hear it though, but
But yeah. I mean, other than that, I guess it was okay.
if you get, it was like what 80 seconds. If you get those back, it would have been a mid 125. That's pretty solid.
Yeah,
Well, you just went from loud to quiet.
yeah, I turned down my mic because people are complaining.
There you go.
But yeah, I guess other than that, the meme hover attempt lost a little more time. Whatever. I don't know. How was Relkin's run? I guess Relkin got like 7 blue balls or something.
No, well, yeah, he got 7 blue balls, but 3 of them were in Hera.
3 of them were in Hera, 2 of them were in pod, basically.
Hey, GG Cheamo.
GG's.
Yeah, so Relkin, well, he can tell you himself, I guess.
Yeah, I fell to Moldorm on the final hits, and then I think I had the same blue balls as you. I was looking, and it looked like we had similar Aga times. And then I failed
Both
at Hammer
races
Dome.
actually had equal blue balls.
It looked like did they have more than us? It looked like they had more. I couldn't
They
tell.
had- yeah, y'all had 2, and cheamo and Sliver had 3. So
Okay.
Sliver unfortunately took a death on laser skip and did not want to finish the run from there, understandably. He did have a couple golds in his run though, so not all bad, although disappointing end, I'm sure, for him.
but what did you think of your run, cheamo?
It was fine. I don't know. I'm not really playing my best, and I was surprised at gold TR, but that was like all on Death Mountain. I think that was like the cleanest Death Mountain I've ever had. I think. But yeah, then I saw the forfeit, and I don't know. GT was a mess. Obviously, I died, and yeah, Ganon was awful. So whatever. I don't know. It was all right.
You know, all right in a race. It's okay. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not totally up to date on the structure of this league, but it's 8 people, right?
Yes.
Per bracket. So that means this one is only 3 weeks long.
3 weeks long. Everybody gets 3 matches because because it's a Swiss tournament. And well, the Hyrule Castle bracket is only 4 players, so they're doing a round robin. But everybody gets 3 races. You'll be raced against someone paired against somebody with the same record as you next week.
Hey, Fox, how did the retime ever get done?
I'm actually going to say something about that in the Discord later. Apparently, we were 1 frame apart after Aaron's retime.
What?
So, yeah,
Nice.
I might see if. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything yet.
Impressive. But yeah, so that means Cheamo is playing against somebody who's going to be 1-0 then. Which I don't know who's 1-0 in any of the brackets right now. I don't know where we would check that.
So it's on the website. PH is 1-0 right now. The other 2 races have not happened yet in the Eastern Palace bracket. In the Tower of Hera bracket, the 1-0 players are Relkin now, Eri, and then currently Bitey, but maybe that's a tie. Maybe 100% sure yet.
Yeah, we need to fix that link. I'm getting a 404.
What link are you looking at? I don't know.
The one in chat. nmg-league.foxlist.com/brackets.
What chat did you get that from?
Zelda
The chat
Speedruns?
for the restream you are on.
Oh. I don't have it open. I was looking at the website. Jesus. Thanks, Yoho.
Okay, so it does look like we still have a few races then to do.
Yeah, I think about half of the races are done so far, and the rest will be happening this weekend.
So since I'm the only person here not actually in it, what are you looking forward to in the next couple weeks?
I'm looking forward to, hopefully, maybe I should just take the loss against Bitey so I can beat Yoho next week.
I'm gonna go. I need to run here, guys. Thanks for the restream commentary, all that, and GG's again, Yoho.
Yeah, I joined that ladder too, so I gotta go.
All right, GG's, guys. Good luck in
Thanks
the
for calling me out.
All right, bye.
All right, see ya.
Talk shit. Everybody's going laddering, apparently.
Looks like it. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap this up then.
Yeah, we don't have runners anymore. But if you aren't following the runners, please, by all means, go ahead and do so. All 4 of them, Sliver, Yoho, Cheamo, and Relkin. And our 2 comms tonight doing an excellent job as always, Dow and Fox, when Fox decides to look at the restream chat. Appreciate it, thank you. We're not done for the night. Coming up here in about 15 minutes, we're going to have a Twilight Princess tourney race, Goron Mines RTA. So if you're interested in that, we'll hopefully see you then soon. Then, lots of stuff going on this weekend. Please keep an eye on the ZSR schedule if you would like to. If you maybe see something that you may be interested in, please come back and join us. Any final thoughts before we head on out for this one, wrap this one up?
Thanks for having us. Always a good time.
Yeah, appreciate having you all on. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Everyone stay safe out there. We appreciate you all. And we will hopefully see you back here soon. Have a good night. No.